Look right there. Well, welcome to Papa Woody's shop. Today I'm going to be working on the 61, the Unibody. I need to get that thing to steer. Right now, it does not steer. Here it is. There it is. I'll show you what I got. If you guys don't remember, if you haven't seen anything about this truck, I put this steering column in and it looks good. Got the sun kind of glaring in, but I haven't done anything yet with the bottom at the firewall. I gotta get that done, and I don't have anything done down to the rack and pinion. Leave this hood open. Okay, so as you can see down in there, I don't have anything done from the rack to the bottom of the column. So I picked up a few items. I got this double D 18-inch shaft. I got this U-joint for at the column, and then I got U-joint for down at the rack. And so I want to get that done today so that I can steer this thing. If I get it running, it won't do me any good if I can't steer it. So it has to be stable at the firewall, mounting something to mount it at the column at the firewall. So I got to get that done, and I got to get this shaft put together. So I thought I'd bring you guys along to do that today. I got a little bit of work to do to get ready to do that. I want to get the brake master cylinder, the master cylinder and that booster out of the way, and I may take this inner fender out on this side just to try to make things easy. Hope everybody had a safe and happy 4th of July. Today's the 5th. And I'm out here kind of early. You can see the sun is coming through not coming down on the tarp, but the sun's actually on the truck. So things are fairly quiet out here. They were not very quiet last night, but I thought this would be a great opportunity to get a video and get started, get out here early while things are quiet, and try to get something done on this truck. I got a lot to do to get this thing ready, even for the wiring harness that's supposed to be here September. And I'm hoping I can get most everything that I've got that needs to be done before September, so that when I get it started in September, I don't have a whole lot left to do to get it out on the road. Anyway, let's get started. I was starting to get a little carried away here. This is the end that goes to the steering column, and I bought this one, and it's just a round, it doesn't have anything. The steering column has just a flat spot on one side, I couldn't find that in these U-joints, so I just got a round one. And when I got it, it didn't have any of these threaded bolts into it, so I've drilled this out. Obviously, like I said, I got carried away. So what I'm doing now is I'm tapping it. I'm tapping this to 1/4-20. So I wanted to show you guys this. A couple of reasons. One, because I got this tap and die set from a friend at the church, and so I wanted to just give him a shout out and say thanks, Zane, for hooking me up with this tap and die set. I'm using it. So and then just to give you guys an idea of what I got going on here. Oops, that fell right out of there. And so you can see that things are doable. You know, you got to get creative sometimes if you want to build cool rigs, or anything for that matter. I was watching a video with my wife yesterday, and she's like, I bet that guy built models the same as you did when he was a kid. And she's right, I did. I built models when I was a kid, when I was younger. And guess what? Still building models. They're just bigger. Cut the booster out, the master cylinder out, just moved the brake lines out of the way, loosened up the inner fender, and dropped it down. I was at whatever point shimmying this inner fender out around the tire, but I think the motor was out then. I tried it and it did not want to go, so it's down out of my way enough. My plan is, I got a piece of tube, and I'll show you, and I'm going to cut the tube. I need to build a plate to go on here, and that plate will bolt on, and then I'll weld half of the tube to this plate. The other half of the tube will be down here and welded to the piece on the bottom, and then this will have ears and just bolt on, so it'll bolt here and bolt into the firewall, and that'll clamp that on there. I got a little carried away again, and I feel as if I've got more than one video's worth of project going on right now. I'm still trying to get the bottom of the steering column figured out, and I'm going to show you real quick where I'm at with that. I built this plate and I got it bolted in place. I got this pipe here that I'm going to have to spread it out a little bit more, it looks like. I don't know, what am I hitting over there? Oh, the day has been a bit of a struggle, I will say. Okay, so that's the plan right there with this. Okay, and then so if I have that here and then I weld it on right there, and then I have tabs on that, then I do the same thing the other side, I should be in good shape. I'm going to probably work on the other side and get a plate ready for that, and tack this. I don't know. This is turning out to be almost as much of a project as just putting the rest of the shaft together. So I've got a lot to do in here. I'm just sitting here working on that, thinking I haven't finished welding up those patches in the floorboard. We've still got a lot of work to do. So anyway, maybe what that'll do is spawn a little bit more videos of this truck with me trying to get some stuff done. I don't know. Anyway, I thought I'd show you where I was with that, so I will get started on that next portion of that, the outside piece. Finally got the bracket for the bottom of the steering column. I'll show that to you. That's how it's looking right now. I put the nut certs on this side so that that bolts on from the other side. I'll show you here in a second why. But that thing is stout. And I will show you on this side why I bolted it from this side. So, okay, this is it. So this is the screw that's bolting that other one on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to weld another piece of plate on here so it runs up the inside of this, and it'll have a hole drilled in it. And so all four of the bolts that access this are going to be on the inside. So you pull out four of these bolts, it'll pull this bracket off, and that outer bracket will be loose, and then you'll be able to pull. So when the brake booster's on there and everything, and I want to pull the steering column for whatever reason, I'm not dealing with these bolts on the other side underneath the brake booster. Anyway, and then that'll help me fill this gap. I'll have like a rubber something behind. Probably I'll run that Kills mat right up underneath there. It'll sandwich in between. So that is where I'm at with the bottom of the steering column. And now I can get started on what I originally started this video to do, is to get that shaft put together. So as you can see, it's not going to be a very long shaft, and it won't have a real heavy angle to those joints. It'll be about right. Nice. So this one I just got sitting there. I'll have to try to get it clamped, and then I'll need to get this one on and get it just clamped on for now, so I can get a measurement for how long to have this shaft, and then cut the shaft, obviously get things hooked together. Then it'll be steerable, and that'll be nice. That'll be a huge progress for this truck. Steering has been something that I've been worried about the whole time, and if you followed along on this build at all, you'll know that this is the second steering column that I put in this, other than the one that I took out the original. Obviously I had a newer version out of a Chevy van I'd put in there, and then this one I got this steering column from my dad, and it's an older steering column, and so I put it in instead. And so now I'm finally getting to where I'm going to be hooking up the steering on this truck, which, so like I said, it'd be a huge progress for this build, and a load off my mind. So, and then obviously, you can see that I got the patch that I put in for the brake booster's got to be finished welding. So before I put that brake booster back in, I got the welder sitting here, so I'll probably finish this steering shaft, and then I'll just spend the rest of the day just just doing some welding that I've been putting off. So that's where I'm at. I'm gonna set you guys up this time. I'll probably put you on this great big magnet that I got here. That's a magnet, and it's no joke. So I'll probably hook you onto that and get you faced in the right direction so that you can just kind of watch me as I try to tackle this. Alright, something that I'm trying to figure out with this one is, because like I said, I just ordered round, a 3/4 round, and this is round, but it's like a D, like, you know, a single D. So it's got a flat spot here, and then it's just round all the way through. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically just have one bolt that's going to like push against that, and then I'll just keep a jam nut on here so I can tighten that up, and then I can tighten the jam nut against it. So right now what I'm trying to do here is figure out length. How long do I want that bolt to be, so that I can cut that bolt off, and so I really think that that's probably about it right there, is where, whoa, don't you fall down. Yeah, so I'm going to cut this bolt off right at this second nut. Got to cut the length and run it in there a little bit. See it? So the hope is it'll bottom out. I might, you know, I'll check it and we'll see. Yeah, I might have to do it again if it's too short, because I need it to be at least loose enough to where I can move this other nut. Stretch. Okay. Well, I certainly have it long enough. And that's it, like that. Okay. If I have that, then I can run that jam nut down. Sweet. I gotta get an Allen wrench for that. I'll bring you guys along with me to find that. I had earlier, when I was gonna tap that hole, I had the Allen for this set right here, and I was using it, and I set it down somewhere in this vicinity. I don't know how in the world I would lose it right there, but I did. I lost it. It's there, but I've misplaced it. Anyway, I don't know. I set things down, and then I can't remember where I set them down at. Anyway, it's there somewhere in that area. However, I have this other set, and I'm going to take that one out right now, and we'll take it with us. And if I set it down, hopefully you guys will tell me when I set it down where I set it if I lose it again. Well, I'm not going to lose this one again. I lost the other one. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull those out, and then I'll tighten that other one down there at the rack, and then I can get a length on for the shaft. let you guys put back here on this. Can you see? Oh yeah, you can see. Okay, get this off. Better not put those right there, I'll lose them there. They'll fall down in the dirt. It'll be a real issue. Okay. Okay, and then this one I will tighten down. I'll have to get down below because the way that the rack is positioned right now, that that thing is facing down around the corner. You guys should be able to see me down there. Okay. It's been a minute since I've had to crawl underneath this truck. Oh, it's right against the... I wonder if I can reach my hand. There we go. It's on there nice and tight. Okay. I'm gonna run that, jam that in. I don't have a wrench to tighten it right here right now, but I can get it in all the way. Okay. Okay, now we can come back up there. Holding onto my Allen wrench very tightly because I do not want to drop it in the dirt. Okay, that looks pretty good. It's like right towards each other. And then I think I'm gonna measure that shaft to go basically right to this back side from there to there, and then hopefully, let's see here. Yeah, those are set up so that when you put this shaft in place, these U-joints are in line with one another. So let me grab, oh, here's my tape measure. I hooked that right there. Oh, excuse me. I got 9.5. That's gonna be the size I need. 9.5. I'll cut that and then I'll kind of chamfer the edge, kind of like what they've done. They've got the edge sort of chamfered out. So I'll do the same thing. And then in order to get this on there, I think I might have to loosen up the steering column so it'll slide up into the truck a little bit and come back down. So, but let me get this cut. There you have it. I don't know why I do it, but I hold on to the hot stuff like, this is hot, this is not, this is really cooler because this is the other end. That's the end I cut. You can see the chamfer. Put a little chamfer on it. Hopefully you can see that. How close does it look to whatever they did? And ouch, the thing is still hot. Maybe I can do it without loosening stuff up. Hey. Oh man, how cool is that? That's cool. I'm excited about that. I am very excited about that. Hope that these will just give me a mark on that piece. Cool. Oh, there's a drop wrench. I didn't drop the Allen. Haha. I don't know if I got another one that size. If I lose two, I might be in trouble. Well, I'll have to get down there and then I'm gonna put the other two, these other two little bolts in, and tighten them down. So what I'm hoping is going to happen is that as I tighten them on there, they mark that shaft on the inside, and then I'll take them back off, pull the shaft off, drill, because I don't want those sticking out that much. I want them to set in a little bit more than that. So that's the plan. I'll take these down, this Allen wrench, tighten them up, take them out. Said all that already. You guys will be like, oh, I heard you the first time. I get it, I'm repeating myself. This is exciting. I don't know if you guys are excited, but I am. A lot of cobwebs on the bottom of this truck. The spiders haven't messed around. I suppose it's been out here for a while. Oh, don't drop that thing. Almost dropped it. I heard of fireworks. Somebody's still celebrating. Happy 5th of July. I got it. I didn't drop it. You thought I dropped it, huh? It was close, but I didn't drop it. Okay, you guys still with me? Oh yeah, could you see me down there? I don't know. Find out. Find out later, I guess. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark. I'm just gonna get a mark down here. There it goes. Okay. Yep. It gave me a mark. It gave me a mark there. Sweet. And it gave me a mark there. And one there. So, and then I put this little check mark, so that's gonna tell me that's the bottom. And I'll go drill these. Okay, I made it back. I got this piece. I drilled in, not even halfway on that one, not probably even a quarter on that one. This one here I went all the way through, and then maybe a quarter on that one, not quite. This one that goes all the way through is this long, so hopefully it'll just run all the way down in there. So like I said, there's my mark for that's the bottom, and I'll just get that stuck back. Back in place. I do like it. That looks good. Nice. Nice and stout. Need a little, maybe some rubber or something in there. This is a piece of rubber, but it's too thick. But maybe like a inner tube, piece of inner tube rubber sandwich in between there. That'll keep any weird vibrations from coming through. So I think it looks pretty good. I might set that steering wheel on there real quick and just kind of look at it again. But I'm pretty happy with that. Like I said, that is a big accomplishment for me for this truck, because it's definitely something I've been thinking about. I thought a lot about, making something of my own, and I played around with taking a couple of different of the shafts that I got, one from the junkyard and one out of the car, and kind of combining the two. And the more I played with it, the more I wasn't comfortable with it because of safety. And so I finally just decided that these things really aren't that much money. So it's worth, if you're doing something like this and you're looking at these and you're thinking, well, those joints and that shaft is, it's money you got to spend. Well, honestly, it's worth the money, and they're not that expensive. You can get them on Amazon. I don't know. I think that shaft was like $13 or something like that, and then those U-joints I think are like
$28, $30, 25 maybe, I can't remember exactly, but maybe I'll look it up so I can let you guys know before I wrap this video up. But look them up on Amazon or whatever, on your Jags or Summit, whatever. If you try to get like the whole kit, they get expensive. But if you're just buying the one U-joint, you know, whatever, they're really not that much. It's worth just going that route. I think I'm happier with this. I'm way happier than with whatever else I would have done. Okay, put that steering wheel on real quick and have a look at it. There it is. And it doesn't just spin. And it wiggles the tire. That's cool. I am excited about that. I gotta tell you, I'm real excited about that. That's a long time coming right there. Getting that thing to that point, and it's pretty cool. So, yep, I dig it. Check that out. We got steering wheel on a steering column that's attached to the steering rack, and we got a rear view mirror. How cool is that? No, we needed some wiring. And we'll be doing good. Wiring, and I still have to rebuild that transmission, shorten the drive line, and all the other stuff. It's gonna need new tires before I get it on the road, that's for sure. Well, I might get it on the road just long enough to ruin the back ones on this. But yep, I like it, and I'm pretty excited about it. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it, comment. You know, if you've got something you want to say, let's hear it. And have a blessed week, and remember that Jesus loves you. And again, I hope you guys had a great 4th of July. Happy Independence Day, and we will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Thought I'd show you guys something. Look right there. There's that Allen wrench.